What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this is the Shy Season 4. It's Jemma a Thought Explained. Now, for those who don't know, maybe a little old school, a thought is a girl that's fast, a hoe, a slut, just doing too much, all of that, bust down, all of those type of things. So, is she that? We really don't know. I'm going to explain why, and I know a lot of people feel that way, and I can understand why, but I'm gonna break it down. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, bang that bell, hit that thumbs up, all that good stuff. Don't forget to share the video, and let's get into it. Now, we've seen that she has been doing some questionable, thottish behavior. She's sitting in the alley, then she's sitting here spinning Kev, who is her boyfriend, and he's trying to see what's up with her. They got a date about this tuxedo and this event, and she's giving him the cold shoulder. When he calls, she plays him off, and we see that she's with his best friend in the alley like the trash that she is. But does that mean that she's a thought? So far, the only person we've seen her sleep with in this show is Kev, who was her first boyfriend. We haven't seen her sleep with this boy Jake, who is Kev's best friend. And although she is messing around with him and that she likes him, it is clear that she hasn't slept with him yet. And he is playing her, telling her she needs to tell, but he ain't told either. And he done left her standing there looking silly by herself with her little raspberry beret. Meanwhile, we see another time she could have spoke up and told him about what's going on and how she feels about this boy, but she didn't, and she's too busy focused on Jake, who is the boy that she's now got her feelings attached to. And it seems that she's been leading Kev astray, and she's too busy worried about Jake and getting jealous on what he's doing instead of finishing up and tying up loose ends. Now, Kev, it seemed, wasn't paying enough attention and realizing that it was something going on with them, so he didn't confront them. But when he finally did check to see what was going on with them, because their behavior became too suspicious and too obvious, they had dipped off. They was in the hallway on the stairs, and she was looking to be chose, trying to kiss in the hallway with Jake, and they could both care less about Kev, and he found them, finally confronted them. He didn't try to fight or do anything like that with him, which he kind of played the high role at that moment right there. He took the high road, and so they both was riding the low road. They might as well have been on the subway, the road they was on, because neither one of them tried to apologize at that moment. And she was going to go and say something to him when Kev walked away after seeing them, but his best friend Jake pulled her back and said, no, come back, forget him, basically. And she didn't have a problem with doing so, leaving Kev looking stupid, tears in his eyes, going through the hallways, upset. And it seems that she really, for someone that supposedly loved that boy so much, she didn't even have enough love and care for him to let him know how she felt, and to go and speak to him after she was busted, and just left him to wander the halls like a lost soul. And it felt a little bit like everybody hate Chris, everybody hate Kev. And if you remember, it made him feel similar to how he felt in the first season, rejected and dejected by the first girl that we ever saw him on the show that he had a crush on. By the way, these kids have really grown up a lot in the last 4 years of this show. Anyway, we see she had a chance to come clean one more time when she was ambushed, interviewed by Big Papa, and Kev was upset. Everybody was upset that it was an ambush, but he took the high road again and decided to stay so that he could hear some answers and give her a chance to speak. And instead, she tried to place the blame on him, saying he shouldn't self-medicate, and if he cared about anything, she would have been there to support him, but he don't care about anything. And he laughed and said, yeah, right, I cared about you. And she's saying, I still love you. Whereas he like, then if that's the case, what you doing with him? As if Jake cares about so much, as if Jake has so many causes that he's fighting for, which he's not. he got victimized by the police. He didn't choose to take that fight on his own. Nevertheless, we see, instead of trying to make up with Kev after that incident, she too busy on Jake's lap, kissing, talking about, do you think we should say something? And he said, yeah, but I ain't going out of my way. I'm going to do what make us feel good. And she had no problem with that make me feel good, type of behavior. And so she in somebody else's home in the hood for the first time, and she all on top of this dude like a little B.I.H. Matter of fact, that's the type of pants she wear, little B.I.H. That's the size, and she got it all on her pants, which, was subliminal, because that's the type of behavior that she really is acting like. But as far as we know, she only been with 2 guys and only slept with 1. Now, she's also bogus for having her father see her in this light. He's coming to the hood to pick you up with questionable men in the home, and you see and know what type of person your father is. Why would you have him see you in that type of light? Why are you not thinking about this? I know people can say these are kids and things, but when I was that age, I would never have my mother or father pick me up from some girl to stay in the hood house. Not to say that I wouldn't mess with her, but I wouldn't want my parents to see me in that type of light or to think certain things or whatever the case may be. Whether that's right or wrong, that's something that you should have a higher understanding about, even at that age. And so she's coming out of the back room with this boy, and the father is seeing this, and this is the type of person that she's presenting herself as. She's not thinking about anything other than her own feelings and what makes her feel good. She's not thinking about any of the repercussions or how her father thinks of her and what he's done for her. She's trying to be with Jake, and not only that, she's up here hugging and kissing on him in front of her father. And what type of impression is that? So she does have some thought ways and some thought behavior, but she is not all the way there yet. She's actually a little stuck up little brat, and she's not appreciating and understanding what she's doing and understanding the full gravity and the consequences of it. And to have your father be degraded to be in this situation because of you, and you don't even realize it or care about it, that's very disrespectful, very rude. And it seems that she doesn't appreciate all that he's done and what he's become to provide a better household for her. I know she's young, but one thing she should never want to do is embarrass her father or her mother. Now, she's put these 2 kids who's been together like brothers for forever. And she's put them together as enemies. And for her to not realize that what she has done is bogus and went too far, that is very self-centered and selfish. She has came between the relationship and bond of these 2 dudes since they was in grade school. And for what? Because you want somebody to be your lackey, your little revolutionary support system. I mean, come on, this is crazy, because you like kissing him. And I think that she doesn't realize the gravity of the situation, but I would like to think by the end of season 4, she will have realized that this wasn't the right move, and maybe she will not be with either of them or go back to Kev if he would accept them. Now, the truth of the matter is maybe Kev shouldn't accept her back, because the chances of her hurting him again may be high in the future. But she's young, she's learning, and hopefully she learns before it's too late and she's standing alone, except this time with a baby next to her instead of a bag. Because messing around with guys like Jake a lot of times will leave you as a single mom before you were ready. And she thought it was fun and sexy and cool being with the bad boy, but that bad boy ain't no fun when he bad to you. Society make it seem cool to have a bad boy, but what she should be trying to find is a good young man, somebody that she could be proud to show her father that she selected. But instead, she's out there dressed like a queen and acting like a thot. She's not a thot yet. She's got her thot training wheels on. She's a little stuck up, spoiled little brat, and she's still trying to find her way. I would say by her dating two guys that we know of. I don't want to speculate. A lot of people love to speculate on these shows. I only talk about what we have seen or what they have said on the show. So from what we have seen and said, she has not been with any other men. She told her counselor that she wanted Kev to be her first. We haven't seen her sleep with anybody other than Kev. So as far as we know, she's only slept with one man, and she's kissed, or a young man, and she's kissed two that we know of. She may have kissed other boys, but so far she's only kissed two dudes that we know of, and she's only slept with one because remember, she has a therapist, and she told her therapist that she wants Kev to be her first. Kev, we did see jumping out the windows after letting it marinate, so she's not a thot yet, but she got her thot training wheels on. She's about to go ahead into some uncharted territory when you sleeping around or kissing around or messing around with two best friends, and you heartless and could care less about letting them know, and you can speak truth to power, but you can't speak truth to your boyfriend, then that's a big issue. And I think that she needs to slow her roll before she end up getting more than she planned, and that is an extra little package and a little baby bump that she gonna have to be begging her daddy to help her get rid of one way or another, because she gonna realize Jake wasn't the right one, and it's gonna be more than she can handle. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that. I don't think she a thot yet, but she got thot-like behavior, and she need to slow down before she find herself waking up as a thot before she know it. Anyway, y'all let me know in the comments what you think. I'll be looking forward. I know y'all gonna have some fire out there in them comments. I'll see y'all in the next episode, and I'm out. Peace. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit that like, subscribe, bang that bell, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.